and their 13 decision to strike.
I don't think the name calling is necessary.
Your intentions of Trump, he can still do the same thing as a woman that he does to me, to you, as far as not treat you with respect.
How does he not respect you?
How does he respect you? Let's start with that. How does he support black women?
What's going on, everyone? James Klug here. Today we're in Washington, D.C., and I actually found FogCityMidge. What's going on, FogCityMidge?
Oh, I am great out here at the Women's March.
So we're out at the Women's March right now, you guys, and we wanted to see how tolerant the left would be with a female Trump supporter. You ready to go?
Let's test some tolerance.
Let's test some tolerance. We found another Trump supporter, female Trump supporter in the wild.
20 times that's for white men.
Oh, I'm just wanted to say hi. God bless you. Stay strong, sis. Stay strong. Oh, see, so maybe they're tolerant, maybe a little bit.
Economic deprivation
It's a little horrible.
She does not acknowledge this, and so she will make it worse.
Why are you here? What the hell?
We wanted to come out here for the Women's
also
March,
extends
seeing
to the
how
most fundamental part of
Do you
tolerance.
possibly think that this hat is really showing that you're for a woman?
Judge Barrett, what
President Trump,
mask right. Put your mask on.
God,
you people are so dumb. You don't know how to wear a mask.
She has a mask.
It's over your nose. You know you have a nose, right? You're not just a mouth.
Okay.
I don't think the name calling is necessary.
When the shoe fits.
What has he done for you?
President Trump has done a lot of pro-women things.
As far as?
What about lowering your taxes?
Yeah.
Whose taxes?
Yours.
Taxes and people are
Dying. How can you be worried about taxes and people are dying of my color? Legit. Do y'all get that? Do you not have any sympathy towards that?
Is that President Trump's fault?
We could talk about COVID. We could talk about crimes. We could talk about how a lot of my black brothers just got killed by police. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be sorry. Take that back. Regardless of how you feel or your intentions of Trump, he can still do the same thing as a woman that he does to me, to you, as far as not treat you with respect.
How does he not respect you?
How does he respect you? Let's start with that.
Well, you're the one that made the claim.
No, since you support him, you tell me about him. How does he support me?
President Trump supports all Americans. He wants to see
How does he support black women? How does he support black women?
So, What about HBCUs? Investment into HBCUs increasing by 17%?
National voting holiday.
Prison reform. I mean, these things.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Prison reform.
He really has you guys brainwashed. Oh my God.
No, you asked me something and I just gave you something.
And I just told you that you're brainwashed. That's all I did.
Yeah, that's not very nice of you, but.
You're upset that somebody's not being nice to you?
No, I didn't say I was upset. I just thought it was rude.
Such a little.
Such a what?
You're a little sissy. People are rude to you. Oh, everybody's not nice.
You guys are just full of the name calling, aren't you? I've been nothing but respectful.
You're disrespectful.
I'm not calling you names.
Trump supporter, you're a disrespectful inherently.
How can we find middle ground if you just write off anyone that disagrees with you politically?
Because it's black and white. There is no middle ground with Trump.
Of course there is. There's middle ground.
No, there's not.
Yeah.
There's not.
Yeah, you just have to be willing to have that conversation.
As a black woman, I can't really support something like that because, like I said,
Are you going to support Joe Biden though? To me, Black America, you can't support Joe Biden. Like, I just look at his history. He wrote the most systemically racist crime bill in history, right? So, like, you look at, like, recent...
1994 crime bill.
Yeah.
Very damaging to the black community.
I mean, and it was actually called the Biden crime bill. So when I look at, to me, I can't support Joe Biden. And I don't know why there's this sort of, like, double standard. People criticize Trump, but he's actually fixing a lot of these problems. But then they turn around and they support Joe Biden. I can't.
We pay taxes more than 22 states.
When you look at Joe Biden this day, he's changed very little. But he has changed. Whereas Trump has not responded to mass violence against black communities. Trump has not denounced white supremacy, nor Canaan, nor none of the people.
He has denounced white supremacy.
Can you give me a direct quote of him denouncing white supremacy?
He said, I denounce white supremacy.
He did not say I denounce.
Yes, he did.
Word for word.
Okay, pull it up. Oh, y'all gonna go watch this video later. I'm gonna cut it in.
Somebody Google it for me.
There you go.
You're like incredibly weak. What happened?
You got more insults for me? All right.
Yeah.
I'm trying to have a civil conversation with this person.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not going to steal your phone. Do you want to put it louder? So
Yeah, absolutely.
Anybody? I can't hear that. A transcript would be useful.
If you'd like.
We're all looking. We're looking for transcripts.
I would love.
I do have a.
I'll go over here with you and show it to you. If you'd like.
Let's move away from this.
Let's do it.
Miss America. In every facet,
I totally disavow.
63.9 million Americans.
We got a lot more.
60 million Americans.
And you have people, and I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis and the white nationalists, because they should be condemned totally.
Okay, I will concede that point. So he's done it several times.
Okay.
Any more? Okay. How do you reconcile that with their fine people on both sides at Charlottesville and with his statements regarding African Americans all over this country, right?
The people on both sides, good people on both sides, that's been debunked like 10 ways to Sunday. We can show you another video where that sound clip was taken out of context, and when you watch the longer version,
That's not an okay statement, even in and of itself.
Slow
To
down,
me,
slow
as
down.
a citizen,
slow down.
that's not okay.
But what he was saying was there were good people on both sides for and
As
against.
long as the rules of this game
And I would tend to agree with that. He was not talking about the neo-Nazis, and he even clarified. So when you listen to that full speech, he goes, there were good people on both sides of that argument. Added, he goes, but I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis and the white supremacists.
You heard that on the audio, by the way.
They should be condemned totally. And he said it very clearly. But the media, they are very manipulative, and they took just the first part and said he said there were good people on both sides, implying the horrible people that were there with the torches and all that. So he's like, I denounce those people. And he stands behind that statement, and his actions show that he stands behind that statement. So to me, that's another falsehood that's pushed against this president and against people who support him, who want nothing to do with anything white supremacy related. I think it's like that's another falsehood against President Trump that people repeat all the time, but it's not true.
Not to mention, a lot of his policies, when it comes to policies that are being passed under Donald Trump, that the White House openly supports, are some of the biggest policies for the black community in history. You know, we have
for HBCU,
a 17% increase in federal funding, 17% over Barack Obama's federal funding, and now they don't need to go to the federal government every single year to get it. It's guaranteed. Seems pretty respectful. I think we had a tough exchange over there with a few ladies, but other than that, it's been
honestly,
pretty good.
I think a couple people kind of listened, and I was like, wow,
For sure.
they really listened. There was a couple women who were like, why don't you check out the first step back? Like, check out what President Trump has done. Just look it up. Go to Black Voices for Trump. She was like, okay, I'm going to check that out. I was like, maybe we made a little headway, just a little bit. Just planted a seed.
I think with Jan too, the lady that we were just talking to, I think she actually came around when it came to Donald Trump condemning and completely rejecting white supremacy, the KKK, all of that.
One of the biggest lies that they tell about President Trump every single day. And she could recognize, I mean, she had the moment where she realized, I'm wrong about that. But then the next step is kind of seeing like, well, what else have I been lied to about? What else am I believing that is not true? What else do I need to look into? So I think we kind of helped a little bit.
I think so too. Good work, good work. All right, everyone, that is a wrap. Thank you so much for watching. We actually had a pretty interesting day. We had a lot of people that strongly disagree with us, other people that were actually willing to hear us out, which is always a fantastic thing. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please subscribe or follow if you're watching on Instagram or Facebook. And we'll catch you next time. Thanks so much. What's going on? Who are we voting for?